Hey there. Hi guys. Give me 1 second. Just checking to make sure I'm in the right place. Let's see. All right, I think I'm in the right place. Let's see. I think I am. So, okay. Hello there. This is Donna from Donna's Creative Space. Oh my goodness. My workspace is a little messy right now. Hi Jocelyn, how are you? Oh my goodness. So if you're out there watching live, please say hello. I'm not sure if I'm so frazzled. This is Donna from Donna's Creative Space, if I didn't say so already. Oh, I still look crooked. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can straighten out a bit. Gosh. All right, let's see if that's better. All right. So, I am here today to case the catalog. So I'm going to do a couple. I got this for the record stamp set from my upline in Stampin' Up! For my sales for last month. Or the month before. I can't remember which it was for. But I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to play around with it. So I am going to make these 2 cards here. And I'll show you how. And I also wanted to... Hi, Jill. And you're here right on time, too. I think I was a little late, so you beat me, I think. But anyway, so I'm going to make a couple cards, and hopefully I'll get them done during my lunch hour. And I have, for those of you on my email list, I sent this out yesterday. I was a little bummed because I have this cute little font up here. Both of these, my Donna's Creative Space, and the title of this chart were different fonts. This one came through on the PDF. When I save it and I open the PDF, I can see it with this fancy font. But when I loaded it into my Constant Contact as a file for you guys to download, it changed it to block lettering. So I don't understand. It's not a big deal. I just thought this font was cute. So I still have, I've been filling mine in little by little. I still have I'm sorry if this is making noise. I have all the new in colors here. I don't even know the names yet. This is Tahitian Tide. This is Parakeet Party. I have Starry Sky, and then Sweet Sorbet, and then Orchid Oasis. So those are the 5 new in colors. So I'm going to fill those in here. That's on my list of to-dos. And then I have all our natural tones. These are the 10. They're the naturals that I'm going to fill in over here. So if you're not on my email list, you can go to my blog, donnascreativespace.com, and sign up for my newsletter. I'll probably put this in my next newsletter that goes out, which would probably be first of the month. So if you're not on my newsletter now and you want to get this, it's a PDF, and you can just put a piece of basic white paper into your printer, and it will print out. Print out black and white, so you can color it in with your markers, and it's a great way to know which markers you have and which markers you need to get. All right, so it's an inventory and samples, so the color, you can see what the colors look like. All right, I'm going to put that aside. All right, one more thing for business before I go any further. Still a couple of days left for my April card class to go, which is Catch You Later, and it is these 4 cards. You'll get the kit for 2 to make 2 of each of these cards. I do want to show you something. When I was filming, when I was doing the recording, because I give you printed instructions for this card class to go, and I do a video. Well, when I was doing this one in the video, I turned over the paper and I said, oh my goodness, I like that one even better. So even though I advertised with the little green hearts. This is what I did in the video for the class yesterday, a couple days ago. So this is the green. I like that so much better. So just know that if you're getting this card class to go and you decide not to look at the video, you'll need to know that you can flip it over and use this green side. This is that daffodil paper that we had out. But anyway, so those are the 4 cards. You'll get a kit. You'll get the ribbon. You'll get the doilies. Everything is cut and punched for you. Uh-oh, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and somebody's texting me. So I'll have to ignore that. Okay, so that's the card class to go. So I got that out of the way. And let's see. All right, I guess we can get going. I am on my lunch hour, so I want to rush. But guess what, guys? I don't know if you heard, but I am retiring this year. And I'm going to retire in July, so I am not going to be so rushed anymore. Hopefully. Let's fingers crossed. So, all right, let's see. Well, let's make this one first. And then we'll make this one. I did some of the cutting and die cutting ahead of time, but I am going to emboss today. I have my heat gun off to the side. And let's see. All right, so we're going to make this one. So I guess I should leave this out. Here's the embossing stuff I need. All right, let's do the inking first. All right, so at first I was thinking, well, this is kind of a boring stamp set. But then when I started looking at the samples, I thought this is kind of fun. And I'm hoping, my son's birthday is Monday, so I'm hoping to make him one. I might make this one, only I'll design it like in, because he's into music and he plays the guitar and stuff. I might make it like more mannish instead of using that pinky background. But today I'm going to make these 2. So there's only one thing I'm going to emboss is this in the white. So let's get started. So I have, and I'll give you the measurements as I go. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4. So that's a piece of white, basic white. And I have a Just Jade. I'm using the current in colors that are retiring. Now, you will love it. I know, Jocelyn. I can't wait. I'm so excited. What else do I have? So I have the I really like you and the For the Record stamp and the record itself. All right, I have a petal pink because, like I said, I'm casing the catalog. Which casing, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but case is C-A-S-E, and it means copy and share everything. It's kind of one of the things Stampin' Up! Likes us to do. So I'm going to copy and share this. And I'm guessing at some of the things. I don't know exactly what color they use in there. I'm going to use Light Pale Papaya, which is an in color. And so I'm going to use 3 inks. Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, and Just Jade. All 3 of these are retiring, and they may even be gone already because there's only a couple days left. They retire May 2nd because the new catalog comes out May 3rd. All right, so let me grab a piece of scrap paper, and we're going to just stamp on here. Let me put that off to the side. So we're going to start with the record itself. Right, so this is a kind of fun. Like I said, I thought at first I was kind of like, you know, I don't know. I could make it or take it. I don't know. But I got it as an award for my sales. I'm trying to get I need to be able to clean this in between. So I've got my scrubber off to the side. And I've got, let me do the blue. Here we got blue, Misty Moonlight. I don't have my little tags in these, but they're retiring. So blue, green, and 1/2 by 4 3/4. And, whoops, you could turn it upside down. I'm just going to move those over. I'm just a little squished for real estate here. But I can see where I've stamped it up, so I am going to stamp this first one. And I think I want my heart, you know, looks like they have it kind of at an angle. So I'm going to put this like that. So the heart is at an angle for this one. And, oh, how come it came out? I'm gonna do it over. I'm gonna do it over. Looks like I didn't get it all inked. You can tell because I'm rushing. All right, it's all inked. Looks good. Maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe I just didn't press it hard enough. So let me, because this is a big stamp. I'm gonna use it on the other card. I'm gonna use my Stamparatus because I'm gonna be doing black, and I want a nice, heavy. Oh, much better. Okay. So now I'm going to clean this off. Let me get some spray on my scrubber because I really want to, I know I have to use blue again, but I want to do the green and the yellow. Let me do the yellow next. This is Bumblebee, not yellow. And this is a pretty yellow. And I'm going to put this one kind of up to the, over here. I won't get much of the heart, maybe a little bit of the heart, right? And then I'm going to ink it up again. I actually didn't need to ink up the whole thing, just this top right corner, because I'm going to put some right here, right? Then I have to go back to the, let me close this. I have to close them as I use them, just in case. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go to the green. I'll clean. This is Just Jade. This is such a pretty color. If you don't have this green, and if it's still available, I know that a lot of stuff is probably gone by now. So this is going to go right about here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that a pretty green? All right, and now I'm just going to do a little bit of blue now. I am going to use that for text. So I only need, I just want to put a little blue on this side, so I'm just going to ink it up a little bit and kind of come in just to squeeze in another color, just like that. All right, and I'll clean this. We will be using this in the next card, so I'll leave that out. Okay, so I don't need the blue anymore. So we want to stamp, turn this over. Isn't that pretty? I love those colors together. I'm going to set that aside for a sec, and I'm going to put this scrubber off to the side because I don't necessarily need that so much. Okay, let's see. I have some 1/2-inch strips. I have a blue strip. Come on. 1/2-inch strip. I grabbed a couple just in case I mess up. And I have the 2 stamps. Okay, so we need For the Record. Now my For the Record, I don't know if you can see this, my For the Record, there's more room. Let me clean that. I just squished it too hard. But my stamp, my words are closer to the top than the bottom, so I just have to kind of make up for that when I go to put it on the piece of paper. All right, tap, tap, tap. And let me see. So I know that there's more room down the bottom, so I kind of have to do it lower. Let's see how I do. But these 1/2-inch strips I save when I'm cutting my cardstock. Oh, that came out good. That was nice and centered. It's a little higher than centered, but that's okay because it actually works out good. And then put that away. Now we're going to emboss. So I'm going to heat up my gun for a second. Let me see, because I had it heated up, and so for this, you probably, I'm hoping you put that off to the side so you can, it's probably too noisy, but we want Versamark ink and white embossing powder. I just wanted to heat that up a little bit. All right, so now I can shut it off. Sorry about that noise. All right, so we have that done. All right, so on this blue, I'm going to ink with the Versamark. Now, we used to, see how old this is, the green label. We used to sell this embossing buddy. You can use it. It helps with the static, but I'm not going to use it today. I'm just going to hope I do okay without it. So I'm going to take this I Really Like You, and I'm going to just put it right in the center of this. And see, mine's a little lower on the stamp, so I'm going to try to go lower. Just like that. Oh, a little too low. Let me try that again. Okay, that's better. Now, I want to close this because I don't want any powder on that. So now you can get the embossing powder. It comes in a pack of 3. There is white, black, what are they? White, black, and clear in one pack. And I'm just using a coffee filter. I just find you can put it on a piece of paper or whatever. I just find that a coffee filter works good. All right, that looks good. And if you see anything, you can either use a small paintbrush dedicated. I have one dedicated to embossing, but I don't really need to use it for this because it kind of worked out good. Nice and clear looking. Okay, so I use a coffee filter, just so you saw why I use that. So there's a second set. There's a metallic set that you could use also, and it is gold, silver, and copper. Both sets are the 3 different colors or 3 different powders, and I think they're $18, so they're not a bad price. All right, so it says I really like you, and I'm gonna put this between. These are my reversible I call them reversible tweezers. I don't think that's what they're called, but I mean you squeeze it to open it instead of the other way around. All right, so let me just turn this on. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Maybe I'll be able to hold it up high. But when it's going to be noisy, but when it starts to get shiny and white, oh, there's the period in the U. Can you see that? I hope you guys can see that. So when it starts to get white and shiny, you know you're done. I hope you guys can see this. It's really fun embossing. Whoop, here we go, almost done. Got to get the word like. I know it's really noisy. I apologize. All right. Nice and white. That's good. All right. Okay, so now we just have to assemble. So let me get rid of that. All right, so everything, I like to put an elastic around my Versamarks just to keep, and we do have a little, you can get the Versamark refill also. Okay, so let's put this together. So I have a Just Jade 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 5 1/4. Here's my bone folder. All right, and here is our, isn't that cute? Oh, we didn't, you know what we didn't do? We didn't color. So I'm going to take my pale papaya and I'm going to color in. I'm going to try not to go too, I'm going to try, well, but it doesn't matter if I color in that circle because I'm going to put a rhinestone on it. So, let's see. I'm just going to color, this is pale papaya, just so the centers aren't plain. Yay, that's cute. Okay, now I'm going to use adhesive. There's our boo-boo side. This is going to go on our, I just think this is so cute. I love the colors together. So hopefully you have these colors. I didn't think to check if they were still available or not, because they do, like I said, they are, oh, this is a little crooked. Let me see if I can get that up before I press down. Yeah. Okay, that's better. So this, when I checked this morning, this was on low inventory. So, but it is really a kind of a cool set. Okay, so now we have For the Record, which I don't have to trim that down. That's good. But this one here, I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to cut it at an angle. Just like that. A little bit. Yeah. And I am going to take a little tiny bit of very thin, very, very tiny bit. A lot goes a long way. And I'm going to pull out my silicone mat for a second. I'm going to put this down. Oh, I just got my fingers in it. And I'm going to put this down on it, kind of off to the right a little bit, just enough so that glue touches. All right. Good. And then I'll turn it upside down. I'm going to press, and we need dimensionals. I'll put a couple, like, I'll split them right there so that they help hold those together. And then one on each end. This is a quick card, don't you think? I think so. Really, especially when you have a big stamp like this, it really and fills up the page, you know, your card. I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm just going to put this just like this. That looks like what they've done. Something similar. Make sure it's straight. Okay. Very good. All right, and so now I don't think they didn't put any rhinestones on it. Yeah, I think we did pretty good, don't you? I think my green could have been a little higher maybe, or my yellow lower, because I have a little bit of white space there. But that's okay. I have to order a new putty for my, I'm trying to get the putty out. Here it comes. Oop, there it is. Okay. I have to order a new refill for my putty. So I'm going to put one of the little rhinestones in the center. I guess I'll put one up there. Just barely fits. But I'm going to put one right here because I like the idea of it on the sentiment too. And that's it. Isn't that? We did good, right? It looks pretty close to what they did. I like that. Okay, so one down. So now we're going to make this one, all right? And it shouldn't take me too long because I did do a little bit ahead of time. And let me pull this in. Oh, goodness. My craft room needs to be really cleaned. Doesn't look bad because right here you can't see anything, and when I film my face, if you see me in a meeting, like my team meetings, it doesn't look bad behind me because you only see up above. But oh my gosh, you could barely walk in here. All right, so I'm gonna have some Calypso Coral Memento. Now I've gone ahead, I've got a Bumblebee card base, and I've cut some strips. I think that I don't need this one. I'm trying to think. I cut some strips up. And all right, so we are going to switch this to my Stamparatus. So I'm going to peel this off. All right. And where did I put my Stamparatus? Right here. Okay. So I'm going to put this up in this corner here, just like this. All right. The reason I'm using my Stamparatus is because it's a black record. Like, I'm going to try this later, but not for today. I think that is using the clear on black cardstock because that will be really pretty too. But today I'm going to make this card here because I thought it was more interesting with the stars and stuff. So, let me clean for the record. And the other one I really like. I'd have to pull out the last one. But let's get this stamped first. So I'm going to take a piece of basic white and put it in here. Put it right up to the corner. And so by doing this, I can, if one area, by using my Stamparatus, love those colors my room needs. Your room needs overhaul too. Me too, Jocelyn. I wish I could hire someone to just come in and just clean it all up for me. Because every time I say I'm going to do it, I start a new project. All right, so let's see. These are my pieces. All right, so let's ink this up. Now, I've already done one of these, and cut it just to save time. But I'm going to show you. We'll put a ink pad underneath that to hold it. So I'm just going to ink it up with my Memento. And I like to give it a little bit of a tiny twist because this is a little harder than our foam, like the foam pads. So this is a felt pad, so you can use a little bit more force. So I'm going to ink that up. Oh, I can see right there. There we go. Okay. So you want to move it around. And I'm going to make sure the paper's... Now, I'm not using a magnet because I'm pushing the paper right up into this corner. I'll move up a little. And then I'm going to stamp. I've got to get me one of... I see all these people online that have like the top of a Yankee Candle with felt on the bottom that they use. I got to get myself one of those. All right, so let me take that off. That's pretty dark, but I'm just going to go over it one more time just because. I put that up in the corner. Ink up again. And I could have stamped this by hand like we did the others, but I want to make it really dark, so I want to make sure I can get the second coating on this. So I'm going to just run my hand. Make sure I pressed everywhere. Ooh, look how nice and dark that is. Perfect. Okay. So let me put this aside and I will show you. All right, so now what I did with this is I took our layering circle dies, I took the largest circle and I cut it out just like this. All right, so I already did this to save time, but that's what you're going to do if you were to make this. It coordinates with the largest circle. And so I already cut that out. And so we're ready. And also what I did was they have, looks like some stars. So, and I can see the stars, they use the stitch shape stars. So I've done that. I used, there were there's actually 4 sizes of stars. Actually, way more than 4 sizes, but I'll show you the ones I used. I used, not the littlest one. And there's decorative ones. There's actually 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these just plain stitch stars. But then there's like all these filigree ones, and this is a nice stamp set. If you, I mean, dice if you don't have it. So I didn't use this little one, did I? No, this was the littlest. So I did these 3 sizes. So I'd say it was 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the biggest, and 1 is the smallest. So I have these cut out of vellum. Like that, see? So I'll put those there, and we have just a little bit stamping to do. So those are the 3 dies I used for this card. Just want to show you. Okay, we need to stamp the words, again, for the record. And it looks like we're going to cut it up, so I'm going to stamp it twice. Let me get my scrap paper back here. All right, for the record. Geez, I haven't used Calypso Coral in a while. Let me see if it's, oh, it's good. Okay, let me ink it up. And I'm gonna, let's see, this is a little higher than lower. My head might be in the way. Let's see how that came out. I'm gonna go again. It was a little too high. Oh, I have something on my letter R in record, the second R in records. So let me try that again. That's why I like to save all these little strips. So when I cut my cardstock to 4 5 1/4 for my mats, oh my goodness, Donna, it's like there's a hair on it or something. I can't see it under the light. I'm gonna do it another one. Let's try this one. Good. Yay. All right, so what I'm gonna do, oh, and then we need You're Awesome. So I don't think I used the You're Awesome. So I'm gonna show you. If you have, you've probably seen me do this before, but I'm gonna show you again how I mount my labels. So when these come like this, you've got this paper backing. So you take the paper backing off. I've got a block here, and then I take the sentiment, right, or whatever the image or sentiment, and I take it so I have it's sticky on 2 sides, but I'm going to leave the backing to it. I'm going to press my block onto it, and then I peel the backing off of this, right? So now I have it on my block. Now I just have to make sure that I'm in the right direction. I usually like to put something darker underneath. And then I'm going to put this down. My head might get in the way because I like to make sure I'm like right on top of it. Just like that. All right, now that's You're Awesome. And let's see, what did they do? Did they do it? Oh, they did it in the same color, so we'll still use the Calypso Coral. And they used a skinnier piece, but I think that I'm going to try stamping it, and then maybe I'll just trim it down a little bit. So let's see. Take this long piece. That might work. Let me see. That wasn't too straight. Okay, that's better. All right, because I'm going to trim that down, so it doesn't matter that it's, I purposely stamped it up higher. All right, So I think that's it. Now we can assemble. Alright, so if you are watching this, I'm going to upload this to my YouTube. So if you may be watching this on YouTube, if you are, I'd love it if you hit subscribe. I'm trying to build my my subscriber list. Let's see. I think those are good. I had a couple of different sets of strips. So what I did was I have these are 3.5 inches wide, right? Yeah, 3.5 inches wide, and the first one is 1 inch, the second one is 1 1/4, and the third one is 2 1/4. All right, so those are going to go on the base of my card, because I could see that's what they did. See, they have 1, 2, 3 strips. I don't know what size they use. They might all be even. That corner's a little dented. Let me go on this side. They all might be even sizes, but I just decided to get a little more interest. So I'm going to put that one down, and then I'm going to put the thinner one up top. Right, about the same. Let me see, because this will fit here, and then this one will go here. Perfect. All right, so I'll get the top one in place, and that way when I put the middle one down, I can just split the difference in spacing on either side of it. Oh, didn't tell you, this paper, this, just in case you don't recognize it, this is from the All-Star, is it? No. What is it called? It's the baseball one. This one here. Hey Sports Fan. Hey Sports Fan. That's what this pretty striped paper, these stars came from. So I'm just gonna do that. Perfect. Okay. Now let's see what they have as far as, I don't know what they have as far as, I don't see any embellishment, but we might put some on there. Okay, so it looks like though they might have put those up on dimensionals. I can't tell, but I'm going to put the record up on dimensionals. All right, so that's going to go there. Dimensionals. Come on. I'm a little overkill. This is a big circle. This is the largest circle, and it is in that, and it's about 2 7/8. I do not have a circle punch. Usually I like to use my circle punches, but that's an awful big one. All right, so this is going to go right in the center. Kind of a little top heavy it looks. Oh, you know what? Before I put it down, it looks like they have 1 star. Let's see, where are my 3 stars? It looks like a big one. Let's just plan this out for a second. All right, let me put that down lightly. This stitched one looks like it's going to go here, and then they might have used 2 of this size, but I did a smaller one. So this one's going to go down here, but this is going to go, I don't want that one to stick down. This is going to go down here like this. All right, so now I don't want you to see too much. I'm going to put a glue dot. I'm not going to use that one. That one I couldn't get off. Let me do it this way. It's better this way. I'm going to put a glue dot there. And you see how you can kind of see it shines through? I'm trying to think of what I could put. Maybe I could put one. Maybe I don't have to put one. Maybe I'll just, you know what I'll do is I'm going to put a tiny, tiny, tiny drop of glue right on, I'll put it right on that star there. Just a tiny drop, and on this star. And maybe it being on the stars, you won't be able to see it too much. Yeah, that's going to be good. I don't think anybody can tell. So I'll hold that down for a second. Because you don't, this is vellum, so it's see-through. See how you can see that glue dot? So by me doing it on these 2 pieces here, and I gotta hold it for a second, just takes a second for the glue to, doesn't dry completely while I'm waiting, but perfect. Okay, now I can put this down. Make sure my heart's in the right direction. It's a little higher. Just like that. Right? And then this one, let's see, this, so we want to cut. Where's, oh gosh, look at all these for the record. This is the good one. Get rid of these two. I don't use it. So we want to cut this apart. So that in the catalog they have it cut between the and record. So I'm going to cut these straight. You can cut it on your trimmer if you want, but I'm not going to. Alright, and then they have a star. Yeah, I think we're going to have a little bit of glue showing. Maybe I'll do it. Let's see. I think I'm going to try something. On the very edge. But like behind the stitching maybe. Let's see if that works. Because up above, oh, and this one might not matter because the words are going to be there. So let me see if this will work. Yeah, like this. Alright, and that's nothing. And we have to cut this little awesome. So the big one is going to go right here, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the four that's going to go here. So I'm going to do the dimensionals. One here. Let me see how far it's going to go. Yeah, I can squeeze another one here. So this is going to cover up that glue, which is good, right? For the. Then this star is going to sneak under here. But I'm going to see what the record, what it covers up. So I'll put two dimensionals on this. Right, and this is going to end up being like this for the record, right? And then you're awesome. So this is where I'm going to kind of trim this down. So you can slice this on your, I should have my little cutter out, but I'm going to try to see if I can do it by hand. Since there's no, it's kind of good, there's no like descending letters. Is that what the word is? All right, so that's going to go there, and then awesome. So I'm going to have, that's going to go there. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to take from the side. I don't even know, is this going to be skinny enough? Yeah. Oops. I really only need two, but I don't like things sagging. All right, and then this will go, I put that there, I put this here. I think I'll put it going this way instead of, that's going to go there. This will go here. So the reason I'm not putting my star down yet, right, is because I want to put, there. I want to put some glue dots. I'm going to use glue dots. And I can put them behind where things aren't going to show. Right? Oops, get on there. I'll put them, I'm putting them where the little tags are so they won't show. You won't see through when I press it down. Okay. Now I'm going to slide it back under there. Make sure it's straight. Oh, this is really cute. All right, well, that one's done. We just have to do some bling. So I pulled these out. Well, I should have, if I had stamped with red instead of what they use Calypso Coral, but if I had stamped with red, that would have been nice using those red stars. And I probably could still get away with it. Let's see what they look like. So this is part of that Guy Suite. Let me see if they're red. You guys tell me. Two different. Oh, why don't we do? Oh, those are green. I'm gonna say I thought those were black. Maybe I could do the bumblebee. Yeah, I'll do those. Put one over here. And yeah. Do I put it out here? I think I like it on the black. All right. Cool. All right. So that's that. All right. So how do you think I did? Where's the card? We have that one and this one. I did add a little bit of my own. Right? I think I did okay. So that is Casing the Catalog. We did a little bit differently. We put some embellishments on, which they didn't. But those are the cards, and that is the For the Record. Where did I put the... Hang on, let me get out the stamp set. So that is Casing the Catalog, and that's the For the Record stamp set. And thank you so much for watching, joining me today. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. If you're watching here on Facebook, I'd love you to follow me. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Next week, the new annual catalog comes out on Tuesday. Very excited for that. And don't forget my card class to go. You still have a couple more days to get in on this other card. This is the card class. I'll have another one next month. But this is the Catch You Later. These are so cute. I really had a fun time. I love these monkeys. And like I said, instead of using this side, use this side because it really came out cute. And what was the other thing I had to tell you? I think I told you at the beginning. Oh, the Stampin', the blends chart. The blends chart. I put it down somewhere. Oh my goodness. Like I said, this place is a mess. Now I put it down. I didn't get up. So it's, oh, here it is. I knew it couldn't have been very far. But you'll get this blank chart. I'm going to send it in my next email again. I sent it yesterday in my email. But you can get this blank chart. See, it's like this when you get it. And you color it in. That way you'll know which Stampin' blends you have. I still have to take the new colors and fill them in. And all the natural tones also. So that's for my newsletter subscribers. So go to donnascreativespace.com and you can sign up for my newsletter. There's a button up in the corner. And then you'll be able to get all my emails and notify. You like both cards, Jocelyn? I do too. I love the colors on this one. I might make a few more of these while I have everything out because that was fun. I like the colors and it's nice and bright, and I wouldn't have thought to put all those together, but they go well. This is cute too. Less work on this one. Well, everybody have a great weekend and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.